anything, and I also like wanted to create a team for her. One of you guys had suggested a very interesting team in the comments, and I really wanted to try it out. And I have to say, I really like the pyro element, and I like pyro catalysts. So I thought that Klee as a 5-star character could be, like a good replacement for like Yanfei, who I used to main before, when I started playing Genshin Impact. So I thought that Klee could be like a good replacement, and as a 5-star character, I feel like I kind of had a lot of expectations for her. So I started, basically I wanted to see what kind of artifacts I had to put on her, and to be honest, I didn't have anything that could have been put on her. I was just like trying to work with what I had. I didn't want to go farming for artifacts until I knew whether I was going to actually use Klee or not. So I tried to work with what I had, and guys, I really did sit down and read her abilities. You'll see that in a second, but I actually made an effort, which is very unusual for me. I always wing it when I get a new character and learn how to use them, either by basically using them or I get my boyfriend to explain their abilities to me. But that's just because I'm lazy. So this time I actually read what Klee does, and it's kind of like simple the way she works. So I just started kind of trying to understand what it was that I could work with and everything. So I put her in a team with Zhongli, Kazuha, and Bennett. The person that had told me how, I'm sorry, I actually don't remember their username, but the person that had told me that Klee could be used with this team had suggested a full-on pyro team with Kazuha, so it would have basically been Klee, Bennett, Xiangling, and Kazuha, but I kind of wanted either a healer or a shielder, so they also suggested Zhongli, so I put Zhongli instead of Xiangling. And I have to say, the team seemed to work fine. And I think I would not have liked to have Xiangling in the lot with them, because I feel like whenever I put Xiangling and Bennett on the same team, I know that Xiangling relies on Bennett to recharge her ultimate basically, but I feel like I don't know how to use the right rotation so that I switch from Benny to Xiangling at the right time, So I tend to kind of avoid that combo on my teams. It's a combo that I tried to use multiple times, for example Navia with Navia, Zhongli, Bennett and Xiangling, and I think I've also used it with Cloud Retainer, Xiao, and Benny and Xiangling, but I just didn't really know how to use that combo, so I just stopped using Xiangling altogether. It's funny though, because for the longest time when I started playing, she was my strongest character. She was my first C6 character, yeah, I couldn't really farm for those. It wasn't the right day. And then just because it's been a long time since I kind of like checked what I had on Zhongli, I also went to, you know, take a look. I wasn't sure anymore what kind of artifacts I had on him. To be honest, the artifacts I have on him are not like the best when it comes to their stats, but when it comes to the boosts they give him, it's actually okay, especially should maybe even consider leveling him up to level 90, I guess, just to get like a stronger shield, but we'll see about that, to be honest. The only reason I don't level up Klee to level 90 is because that Geo-Hypostasis is like one of the worst bosses, even though like actually with my Navia team it's actually easy to beat, but yeah. I don't remember spending that much time on Bennett, to be honest. I guess I was just trying to give him the HP boost, to make sure that, you know, he's like, he works out well with the rest of the team. But I really don't remember spending that much time on him. Also, you guys, I'm very sorry, I feel like there's a lot of background noise behind me. I just hope my mic doesn't catch it, but I feel like it's just my fridge being like louder than usual. Anyway, so Klee at this point was still level 20, and I had enough to like level her up. I just didn't have enough to like ascend her to 50. I was missing those mushrooms. And to be honest, I never really had any character that I wanted to level up that needed those mushrooms, I think. Oh, no, Bennett needs flowers. I think Barbara needs those mushrooms, but I don't really use Barbara, so yeah, I don't think I've ever like actually went to like gather those mushrooms, but I know where they can be found. Basically, oh no, wait, I leveled her up to level 50. Oh wait, no, I leveled her up to level 50 because I went to let me check real quick. I think I did, yes, yeah, that was a jump cut. So I went farming for those, or like gathering those mushrooms, and then like I basically skipped that part because like it was just boring. I went into that village outside of Mondstadt to gather those mushrooms. So yeah, it was just like a boring farming session, so I just skipped it. But then I went to the cryo just fine. I just wanted to see, like, it's usually my go-to boss to test my teams out, and to be honest, the guys were like kind of okay, but Klee just, I mean, yeah, sure, she's level 50, not the right set of artifacts, very random weapon that I had on her and everything, but she didn't feel as exciting, I guess, as many other characters that I've tried out. For example, Yanfei is a very satisfying pyrocatalyst to play with, you know, like to use basically. Like you can actually like feel the action, which I could not feel with Klee. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I remember I ran Yanfei at level 50 or 60 for the longest time with a shit set of artifacts, and I still had fun with her. So I just, with Klee, it just felt very, I don't know how to describe it, but I really just did not like it at all. Like, I felt useless the entire time, you know? So, I'm sorry, my voice is cracking up a bit, but I just like felt useless with Klee, so I tried to finish off the boss with like the guys, but yeah, I just really did not enjoy Klee at all. So I've wasted a bunch, well, I feel like I've wasted a bunch of books and materials and some like artifacts and a weapon on her, but I mean, it's okay, at least I tried her out. I really did want to try her out, and now that I have, I know that she's definitely not the kind of character that I want to if you try like to pull for her or whatever, I mean, good for you, go for it. You should pull for whoever you like, or you should choose whoever you want, you know. The what I'm saying about Klee is just like my personal opinion. I've said it multiple times. I do not think that I can provide advice or tips on who to use or who to level up or how to build your characters. I can maybe provide tips on like exploration, like world exploration, where to find chests and I don't know, stuff like that. Very basic, simple stuff. But when it comes to the characters, their abilities and stuff, yeah, you're if that's what you're looking for, this is not the right channel. Anyways, but yeah, I was a little bit disappointed about Klee, to be honest, just because I was kind of like excited about trying her out, and I was kind of like hoping to find some sort of replacement, some sort of like 5-star replacement for Yanfei, but unfortunately that didn't happen. And to be honest, aside from Yanfei and maybe Yoimiya, it's been a long time since I've had a pyro character that I really liked using. So I was really hoping for like kind of a new one, because like pyro and electro are kind of like my favorite elements, and right now, yeah, I'm not really using any that much, you know. Even with Yaimiko on my main team, she's just there to like put those little electro fox pillars, and then just like I just skip to Navia and the other characters, you know. So I was just hoping for something new, something more exciting, but it's okay. I'm pretty sure with the new Not Loud characters released, I'll probably be able to find something new, exciting and satisfying enough. So yeah, but I realized that the usual rotation that I used for my main team just wasn't really efficient or like kind of optimal, so I just like switched the characters, because usually what I do is I use Yaimiko for her pillars, then I switch to Zhongli for his shield, and then I switch to Shiori for her doll, and then with Shiori's ability I directly switch to Navia so that like she can start dealing damage. But that's not the way they were, basically like that's not the order they were in, so it made it a little harder to switch from one character to another in the correct order. So yeah, I basically just changed the order so that it made it easier for me to like make that specific rotation happen. And you guys, to be honest, I need to find I don't want to say a replacement, but I would love to have like to build a second team that is going to be equally as fun as this one that you can see on screen. I'm hoping that my Nilu team comes out equally as like interesting to use as this one, but I have a few doubts. I was hoping that maybe Klee would do that for me, but we just saw how like I utterly failed at that. So yeah, but anyways, speaking of my Nilu team, I decided, like, I really thought that this video was going to be mostly about Klee, and not like half about Klee and half about something else, but like, since I was disappointed, I just stopped with Klee and decided to focus on my Nilu team again. I'm currently working on leveling up Kave. He's currently level, I think as of right now, he's level 60 if I'm not mistaken. I think my Shengchu is also level 60, and I have also decided using him. I just realized he's kind of like fun to use, you know. Oh my god, my neighbor's dog is being like loud again. It has not happened in a few weeks, which was incredible, but apparently today when I decided to record, he decided that it's a good time to start barking. But anyways, so what I was saying is, like, by fighting this boss on screen, I realized that Dynary could actually be fun to play. So I decided to give him a chance in my Nilo team. We'll see how it works out. But that would mean that this is a third character that I need to level up and farm for, because Dynary is level 40 and Kirara was level 80, I think, and I already had artifacts on her. I had already farmed for her, so I had artifacts, a weapon, talents were leveled up, so you know, I only had to work on Kave and Xingqiu, but now that I've replaced her by Dynary, I guess I will need to farm for him as well, but I'll keep working on Kave and then move on to Xingqiu and then probably go back to Nilou, because I still don't have very good artifacts on her. She scales on HP, and I wanted to put Varukasha's glow on her, and I really don't have like most of the good pieces I have that have like an HP stat. Most of them I put on Zhongli, along with Tenacity of the Millilith for the HP boosts. So I need to farm some more for Nilou, so it's in the works. And by the way, you guys, it has been such a long time since the last time I saw a Naida in game somehow. I don't know if people are not using her anymore, but I feel like the last I knew about, she was like the best Dendro character. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot of Dendro characters. I feel like I should have pulled on Alaitam on his most recent rerun, but I don't know why I decided not to. I can't remember. I feel like I had like a valid reason why, or a valid argument why I didn't want to pull for him, or maybe he just didn't have enough wishes and didn't want to spend money on him. I don't know. But anyways, in this domain I started farming for Kave's artifacts. I forgot his name for a second. I started farming for Kave's artifacts, and you know what? Going into this domain with Cloud Retainer kind of like made me realize that I have a lot of characters. I have more characters that I know what to do with. And yeah, I could have so many teams, but I just don't use for her, to be honest. Design-wise, she's very cute. I don't know a lot about her abilities yet, but I don't feel like I should pull for her. Same goes for that Dendro guy. Kinish, is that his name? Kinish? I don't know. Anyways, I don't feel like it's worth it for me to pull on him, especially like since he's Dendro and a Claymore. Yeah, not sure about that. I just got coffee, so you know, Dendro, Claymore, I don't know. And then you have the other girl, the Geo one. I don't remember her name, but I wasn't very excited about her to begin with. So yeah, probably won't be pulling for her. I don't need any more Geo characters, I think. And then there was Zilali, I think that's what her name is. I really like her design, but I don't know what her weapon is going to be, and I don't know what her abilities are. I don't know what kind of gameplay she'll have, so I also feel like she's going to be a 4-star character, so you know, if I get her, I get her, if I don't, I don't. And then you have Hilonen, which, like, who also, to me, looks like a 4-star character, so, you know, if I get her, I get her, if I don't, I don't, and I don't know, I know nothing about her abilities or her gameplay, like her, like, game style, kinda, so I wonder, but I am very excited about the Pyro Archon, as far as I know. If you want to avoid spoilers, by the way, this should maybe be like the moment you stop watching or listening to this video, but as far as I know about the Pyro Archon, well, obviously Element is going to be Pyro, but I think she's a pole arm, and I know we already have multiple, or do we? We have Xiangling, Pyro pole arm. Who else? I think Xiangling is the... Oh no, we have Doma as well. Okay, Doma, and then who else? I'm trying to think. Liu is Xiangling. We don't have any pole arm Pyro from Mondstadt, do we? Well, Doma kinda, but he's also from Inazuma, so you know. Yeah. Who else? Who else? I can't really think of anyone. Pyro Polarm. From Fontaine. Oh yeah, what's her name? Chevras. And from Sumeru, Pyro Polarm. I don't think we have one. So anyways, we have 3 of them. But yeah, I don't really like those much anymore, at least. So it's going to be very exciting to have a new one added to the list, like a Pyro Polarm user. So I think it's better for me not to pull for anyone and wait until the Pyro Archon is released, even though I'm very like bothered by the fact that I'm not going to be able to get Yelan on her next rerun. I wish I could, or had enough wishes to like afford to pull for her and the Pyro Archon whenever she's released, because I would love to run Yelan with Yoimiya, but I guess I'll have to wait for another rerun. And yeah, I'm not planning on spending on the game anymore, not for now at least, so you know. We'll see. Anyways, so currently, you guys, if you're wondering what it is that I'm doing in Genshin Impact, I'm focusing full on my Nilo team, mostly Kave for now. I still need to finish exploring that Simulanka region. We'll see if I'm able to finish, and I also really want to get Kirara's outfit. So we'll see if I'm able to like finish before the event ends. So yeah, but I was also very happy with a new event that I showed in my previous video, the photography event. Basically, I loved the fact that it gave us, like, I think we had 12 regions to go to, and by region it gave you like 30 primo gems. I was really happy with that. It gave me a bunch of wishes, to be honest, so I was really, 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 really happy with that. And it was also, not gonna lie, it was also a fun event, so you know. Anyway, you guys, I think we are reaching the end of the video very, very, very soon. As I said, this one was a totally unserious one with Klee. Like wasting stuff on her. I initially started recording because I really thought that I was going to be able to use her, and I was like, oh, it's a video on Klee, you know. And then I ended up not doing anything with Klee, and I was like, oh my god, am I going to have to delete the recordings and like not do anything about it? And then I was like, you know what, no, let's turn it into something else, just like a chill gaming farming session for coffee.